Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another Year Average Trader Trading Made Simple video. Yo, shout out to everyone that's been watching my videos, liking and share. Yo, we have passed 300 subscribers. I don't know, but it feels really good. Subscribers on YouTube feel different than followers on Instagram. I don't know why, but I just want to say shout out to all my 300 subscribers. Thank you for joining along the journey. And if we do get to the hundreds of thousands or the millions, you could say you were here from the beginning. So yeah, it means a lot to me, guys, and I'm glad that you guys are finding some values in my video. This week I'm going to try something different for both my community members and my YouTube subscribers. I'm going to do a weekly outlook for the volatility indices I trade every day, just to see what we can expect and anticipate this week in order to get ourselves into some nice setups. If you've seen my YouTube video about the volatility indices I trade every day, you already have an idea of what indices I look at. But since then, I've since replaced VIX 100 with VIX 50S. If you've been following my Instagram page, you would have realized that I love to post 50S as it's quickly becoming one of my favorite volatility indices to trade. Today we are going to look at my usual 25S, 50S, 100S, and of course everybody's favorite VIX 75. So we're going to start out with VIX 25S, right? We're going to look at the outlook that I sent out earlier last week, my bad. So this is what it's like. It's 25S outlook. So 25S has played out perfectly so far as per my last 25S outlook. We won't go back in the past. So this is what we were working with last week, right? So now it's a new week. Now let's look at what's gonna happen this week, right? So we're gonna delete everything that was there last week. So it doesn't really matter right now because obviously it didn't do what I expected it to do. So here's the new thing that I'm looking at, right? So first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna establish your levels. So we obviously have a price ceiling up here, right? And then we have a price floor down here. You can clearly see that based on the two interactions that we have here. So yeah, so this is an important level. So price has rejected this price level here and now it's moving down. So now it's in bearish market flow. Now we can expect price to trade at least to down to the 409 138 region, right? So what you've done now is you have narrowed down your trading range. So you have your price ceiling and you have your price floor. So this is the 4 hour. I don't use the daily chart on TradingView because it usually leaves gaps. So for my higher time frame markups, I usually use the 4 hour or the 8 hour. So this is the range that I'll be looking to take trades on this week on VIX 25S. So there's no reason to look above or look below unless price gets to one of these levels and violates it. So we can start to look for trade setups. So we see that price had difficulties moving above this level again. So this would have been a great level to sell from. And from my group, we're actually selling from this level at this moment because this is the trade that we're currently in. So we were aiming for this region. This is the 1 hour of this 25S. So we are actually in the trade from this level now, and we're aiming for somewhere down here and by extension to the higher time frame price floor. So another entry area that you guys could look to enter trades from could be if we have price break this area here, price break this area, and we can reasonably look for it to come back up here. If it breaks this region, we can look for something like that, and then it takes us to the daily floor. That's something that we could look out for in the coming week. And if not, if it finds a price floor that it can't break below, then we'll just look for price to trade all the way back up to our original higher time frame ceiling of 432,257, right? So that's it for 25S. Price could easily also come back up to the EMA and once it has gotten to the EMA, retested the EMA, it could push down as well. But the EMA is moving quite flat right now, so I'm not even going to look at that. So this is the move that I would consider for 25S. And as I said, we're already in the trade. So if this hits TP, then you can look out for this setup on IG. You know the deal. All right, so let's move on over to 50S, right? So this was the outlook that I sent for 50S last week. You can pause the video and read that stuff. Here's the chart. So I did end up looking for buys at the 362,800 region. I really did. And what happened was, it was right here, 362,800. Yep. I did take a buy from here. It was a beautiful buy, man. Golly. And I had like a 30-point stop loss, so my stop got hit like right here. Yeah, my stop got hit right here. And I mean, it took me out of the trade, and it was a bummer because I thought that was going to be like a great trade for me to post on IG again. But I deleted my original markups, and then I looked at the chart on the higher time frame, and I was pretty much onto something when I was drawing this trend line. I was onto something, but here's what eventually played out, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to go back to the drawing board and look at where my mistake was. So this was the actual trend line, right? I just never extended it enough. So here's what it looked like again. Remember, I was taking buys from here, 362,800 thereabout, hit my stop right about here, but on the way down it had another interaction with this trend line that I never extended, and it was a beautiful bounce off the trend line. If I had seen that, maybe I would have taken another buy here and TP'd up here somewhere, and this would have been a great setup. But yeah, so that was what I was looking at last week, but we are no longer in last week. So what we're looking at now is for price to actually move a little higher. It's currently at this price ceiling now, and as you can see, it hasn't broken above it yet, but price is trading above the EMA, so more than likely price is going to trade up, and then we're going to look to start aiming for higher areas of price sensitivity as our target areas. So we can reasonably look to target these areas here and also here. So the game plan is simple. If price breaks above this region, then we wait for it to come back down to the EMA, and then we look for buying opportunities up to our target areas of 384,500, 391,650, and 398,480. So these would be the target areas if price breaks above this level. But if price continues to reject from this level, right? If price continues to reject from this level, and then we see some type of transition on the lower time frame, 1 hour 30 minutes, then we can reasonably look to take trades back down to this region down here, right? So as traders, our job is to anticipate the market and go with the market, right? So I'm not going to tell you that the market's going to go up. I'm not going to tell you that the market's going down. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do if the market goes up and what I'm going to do if the market goes down. That's how you should approach anything that you're trading, right? You just want to anticipate the moves. You never want to, tell the market what it wants to do. You just want to go with the market, because at the end of the day, the market is going to do one thing. It's going to go up, going to go down. You anticipate what it's going to do if it goes up, anticipate what you're going to do if it goes down. Simple as that, right? So in summary, I'll be looking to sell here if it continues to reject. If it breaks above this level, then I'll start to look for buying opportunities on a retest around the EMA region. If this level holds, I'll look to take sales back down to this region down here. Right? Simple as that for 50S. Over to 100S. All right. So I want to show you this. This one is really, really good. All right, so this was the outlook for 100S from last week. You can pause and read that if you want to. But here's the same markup. I did not delete this markup because it's a still valid markup. So these were the levels that I highlighted, and I was targeting 4789, right? I myself wasn't looking for any trades on 100s, but members of my community, they trade 100s. So this was my outlook on what would happen. And if I was going to take a trade, I would take it from the ceiling there down to 4789. So this is what I sent them earlier this week. I know a few people caught this sell, even though I wasn't looking at it. So this was the end result. So this is the ceiling. Price came right down to 4789 like a beauty, bro. This was immaculate. Okay, this is what planning your trades does for you, bro. All right, so it came right down to this level, rejected perfectly. Now on the lower time frame, it's giving us a reversal pattern, what you know as a head and shoulder or a quasimodo formation, whatever you want to call it. So it's giving us something like that. So what I'm expecting now is either for price to push up to this level around the EMA and dunk, right? But if price continues to move up, then I'll reasonably start to look for buys on the lower time frame. But for now, I'm waiting for it to come to this level here, right about here, and then I'll look for selling opportunities to go down. But if it pushes past this level, then I can start to look for buying opportunities. So as for now, this markup is still valid. Now we're going to move on to VIX 75, which is everybody's favorite. So now, R75 from last week, I wasn't really looking at any opportunities here. This is what I was looking at. It was forming this trend line and it had 1, 2, 3 interactions. So I was looking for price to come up to here, reject, and then dunk down to the 603, 250 region. But that never happened. And I never liked how the price action was looking on 75. And I was focused on 25S and 50S. So I wasn't really paying much attention. But all right, so let's do a fresh markup of what we're looking at. So I'm gonna hop onto the 8-hour time frame to analyze the higher time frames. So what you can clearly see is that the market is in a downtrend, right? You have the market giving us lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Obviously it's in a downtrend, but what happened here? As we can see, a nice double bottom or double formation, like there we go. It's beautiful here, but yeah, so double bottom formation, and if you know, that usually means it's a reversal pattern, but not in most cases. I don't trade double bottoms like that. So what I'm going to do now is going to narrow down my trading range. This is the 8-hour, this is the intermediary price ceiling, and then this level right here would be, let's see, be like, this would be my higher time frame price ceiling, right? So narrow down my price range. Let's see what happens. All right, cool. So what you call this now is this is what I call unfavorable trade conditions, right? Because essentially what's happening here is price is in between my daily price floor and my daily price ceiling, and I call this the middle of the field. And I tell my peoples that people in the middle of the field always die. They get shot, they die. Maybe, I hope this is not too graphic for you too. But yeah, usually in my experience, when I enter trades in the middle of the field, it always ends bad for me. So if I don't get to enter at my areas of price sensitivity, which are the daily ceiling or the daily price floors, then I try not to, unless it's like a very clean setup according to my trading plan. So at the moment, I wouldn't be looking to enter any trades around here. What I would be looking for to enter trades is to possibly look for buys. I would look for buys somewhere down here. I would look for buys somewhere down here. So if price retraces, comes back to this price floor, and then I would be looking to say buys off the price floor. So that would be something that I would be looking to take. And if price does not come back to that area, right now what it has done is it's violated the EMA to the upside. So more than likely price will continue, or has a higher probable chance of going up to this daily price ceiling. So if VIX 75 does something like that, gives me a nice push, then gives me a retracement, then I'll try to enter on the retracement and I'll aim for this area up here. um I'm not going to say I'm going to take sales here. This is not the type of market I'll be looking to take sales in right now. So as I said, if a retracement brings me all the way back down to this price floor, I might look to take buys here or here again. And if not, if it pushes past this intermediary price ceiling, then I'll wait for a retracement to probably take me higher. So that's how I would approach VIX 75 this week. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much how I look to take these trades. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna essentially wait for most of these setups to come to my area of price sensitivity where I would like to enter the trades. And yeah, that's where I probably drop down to the lower time frame and apply the elements of my trading strategy. And that's when I'll try to enter the trades. Yeah, and if I see any possible setups, I'll send it out to my community. And I think I'm gonna share some more setups with the free channel this week. So if you're not already in there, you should hop in there real quick. So yeah, this is a new type of video for me, guys. I want your feedback, so let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Give me some feedback, and hopefully we can make this better going forward. So look out for new videos and posts on my Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, then you know what to do at Your Average Trader. Drop a like, subscribe, and share. And I've finally built myself a little website so you can check it out for yourself. All useful links for you will be there. www.youraveragetrader.com. Go check it out. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Your Average Trader. I'm out.